in which phases of the 7-phase UP election was the election actually won and lost? We're going to do a phase-by-phase analysis of the UP election. We're going to start with phases 1 and 2, which is West UP, which the RLD was supposed to deliver for the Samajwadi Party. Has that happened or not, Aditya?
RLD seems to have delivered to some extent, but not probably to the extent that the SP had hoped. So here we see they're the districts of Muzaffarnagar and Shamli. These areas, I think the RLD has still done reasonably well. This is Bagpat, Muzaffarnagar and Shamli are these ones. RLD has delivered to some extent. Maybe it has won little less than 1/3 of the seats it contested from these areas. Then we have this. On the top is Saharanpur. It went to the polls in the second phase. Here again, it's the RLD's support and SP consolidating Muslim votes and getting a few lateral entrants like Dharam Saini from the BJP and Imran Masood from the Congress. That has really helped the SP in Saharanpur district over here. This is a district where SP had actually won just one seat last time. It's the BSP and Congress had actually dominated this district. So yeah, phases 1 and 2, these are the pockets in which the Gathbandhan has done well. However, if you look at the other districts like Gautam Budh Nagar, Ghaziabad, Agra down here, all these areas, the BJP has really held ground. The SP RLD alliance has been unable to penetrate these districts. Here Mathura, as we see, and again clean sweep for the BJP in these districts. Mand seat here, which the camera, the cursor was just on, and Govardhan. These are seats where the BSP used to be strong once, but again now the BJP has dominated the entire Mathura district now.
Okay, now let's move on to phase 3. But before that, phase 1 and phase 2, the SP would have underperformed compared to the expectations, because these were the two phases where the farmers' protest and Jat anger against Prime Minister Modi and his farm laws was expected to help the SP.
I think phase 2 is this area. This is basically Rohilkhand, this entire red pocket that we are seeing. This is where Muslim population is 40% and above. You know, we have districts like Rampur, Muradabad, Bijnor, Sambhal. The SP has completely dominated these districts. Last time, a number of seats in this region were won by the BJP because Muslim votes split between the BSP and the SP Congress alliance. But this time, it seems the community decisively voted in favor of the SP, and which is why we are seeing this election, this kind of result where the SP has dominated Rohilkhand completely.
And this is one of the rare red pockets that you'll see. We'll come to the red pocket in East UP slightly later on, but this is one of the rare completely red pockets, and red of course stands for SP on this map. Now coming to phase 3. Phase 3, would you say that the BJP performed better than they would have expected in phase 3?
See, the BJP has actually lost seats in each phase, but it has also held ground. So if we come to phase 3, it is this region. Part of the Doab region and parts of central UP. Now this pocket is the SP's core, the Yadav belt, which is Mainpuri, Etawah, Kannauj, these districts. Here the SP has done well. It has sort of gained a little bit more than what it did last time.
So but it's not lost its bastions.
Absolutely. But other than that, all the other areas in phase 3 have been quite bad for the SP, and the BJP has really, I think after phases 1 and 2, the two parties were still close, but phase 3 is when BJP took a very decisive lead and gained momentum in this entire election.
And that momentum goes on in phase 4 and phase 5, where the BJP absolutely demolished all opposition. You can see in the central parts of UP, it is just orange all over. Aditya?
Yeah, so phase 4 is where we come to Awadh and Bundelkhand. Bundelkhand is here in the south-western part of, south-central part of UP, where bordering Madhya Pradesh. The BJP had swept this region in 2017, winning all 19 seats. Here, as we see, the cursor is on Hamirpur. Hamirpur is a very key constituency in Bundelkhand, and the BJP has repeated its victory over here. It has repeated its sweep in the entire Bundelkhand region. So that, I think that partly explains the Awadh. The domination in Awadh and Bundelkhand explains BJP's sweep of phases 4 and part of phase 5 as well.
Now, if you look at the map, and I request Shiv to just show this part of the map. If you look at the map till here, which is at the end of phase 5, you would see that BJP had already taken a significant lead. So the only way for the SP to fight back in the election would have to completely overwhelm the BJP in the final 2 phases in Purvanchal or East UP. Now the SP has done very well in phases 6 and 7. Through the rest of the map, you can see that in parts of West UP and then very specifically in East UP is where you can see a lot of red or a lot of SP seats that they're leading in as of 4:30 p.m. on counting day. Now, but they needed to get even more to actually compare with the BJP. Where do you think the SP went wrong in East UP, especially because East UP, Aditya, was where the OBC exodus of the BJP was, and leaders like Swami Prasad Maurya exiting the BJP, coming to the SP. This is where they were supposed to help the SP. So what went wrong for the SP?
So here again, the red belt in eastern UP are basically districts like Ambedkar Nagar, Sant Kabir Nagar, and Jaunpur, and Ghazipur, and Azamgarh. Azamgarh is another very important district which the SP has done very well in. They did decently last time also. Here it's Atraulia is Ambedkar Nagar. The seat below is in Azamgarh district. This is Gopalpur in Azamgarh. All seats which the SP has won. So what has happened in East UP is that the SP has managed to still dominate districts where Muslims and Yadavs are there in large numbers, like Azamgarh, like Jaunpur. But the SP has struggled in these pockets where it was largely hoping to win over non-Yadav OBC support. This is where in Kushinagar district is where Swami Prasad Maurya is contesting from the Fazil Nagar assembly seat. He has lost badly, that too. So no gains whatsoever seem to have come for the SP in this entire region, despite the entry of leaders like Swami Prasad Maurya.
So the non-Yadav OBC exodus that happened from the BJP to the SP has clearly proven to have very limited gains for the SP in East UP.
Yeah. And then we have this belt again where the SP was looking at non-Yadav OBC support here in the southeastern end of UP, where Krishna Patel's Apna Dal was supposed to bring Kurmi support towards the SP-led alliance, but it did not happen, and BJP has continued to dominate this entire belt, which includes Sonbhadra, Mirzapur, and these districts. So yes, it is in East UP, SP has dominated the Muslim plus Yadav seats, but struggled extremely badly in seats where it wanted the entry of the non-Yadav OBC vote bank of the BJP.
And those are the reasons, phase by phase, why this gentleman on Aditya's right will be an unhappy man today, whereas the person on our left, Shiv, is the one who is going to return as the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh with a thumping majority yet again.